If your goal is to raise your net worth, frugality isn't about cutting things out. It's about redirecting your money into a place that will gain you more wealth. Hi, friends. Welcome back. My name is Jen. Today, we're going to talk about frugal habits that have raised my net worth. And these are not extreme things. This is just simple, sustainable changes that can help you gain net worth over time. The first frugal habit is to spend intentionally. Be aware of what you're spending your money on. It's not about cutting out all of your lattes. It's about knowing that you're spending money on something, then you could be putting your money into something else. It's about paying attention to what you're spending money on, making sure you know where those dollars are going. Then you can make informed choices. The second habit is to avoid lifestyle creep. I've discussed lifestyle creep on here before. Lifestyle creep is where you get a raise and you increase your spending to match your raise. So you get $1 raise and you say, oh my, I've got $1 more an hour. So now I can go and I can spend money on an extra like Netflix subscription that I didn't have before, or I can go and spend more money on a night out. I can now afford to buy a newer car. Those are examples of lifestyle creep. That's something that you want to avoid if you want to raise your net worth. The third frugal habit is to pay yourself first. This means when you get your paycheck, you automatically redirect money into a savings or an investing type of account, and then you live on the rest of the money. You pay yourself first, so that money gets set aside before anything else, and you're pretty much forced to live on whatever you choose is going to be the remainder of your take-home pay. Frugal habit number 4 to increase your net worth is to reduce your monthly expenses. This can be things such as subscriptions that you really don't use, convenience shopping. You know, say you go out to a convenience store every day and buy your lunch every day at a convenience store. If you cut that out, how much money could you save if you actually brought food from home? Can you lower, say, your electric usage in your house and lower your electric bill a little bit? One thing that I have done is I did this a long time ago, was to switch out my incandescent bulbs in my house and use compact fluorescents, and now I'm at LEDs. That was something that I did a long time ago and just kept it up. I don't even know if you can buy incandescent bulbs anymore. You might be able to. Something else that I do is I used motion sensing lights for the exterior of my house, so that I don't have a floodlight on all night long, or even dusk to dawn or something like that. The motion lights come on when people walk by, or animals, or sometimes the wind, or if vehicles drive by on the road. Some of the ones that are on my garage will come on, and on the side of the house. I also took that a step further, and instead of using electric lights, I now have solar lights, and the whole exterior of my house is covered in motion sensor, solar powered motion sensing lights. So there are a lot of options that you can do. I don't know that it necessarily lowers my utility bills that much, because let's face it, National Grid wants their money. And they're going to get their money one way or another. Unfortunately, if I was using electric powered lights, I would be spending a lot more in electricity than I am by using the solar powered ones. It's hard to say how much I'm actually saving, but I know that I'm saving more money that way. That's the only way I can really think of, to cut back on some of your utilities. I have looked into going to a cheaper cell phone plan. Unfortunately, at this point in time, the phone that I have right now is not compatible with cheaper plans because it doesn't have the latest Android, and it won't support the latest Android. And I think that's going to be a conversation for another video, because I've had apps that I can no longer use because my phone doesn't support the correct version of Android. I guess if you have electric heat or another type of a heat source, maybe turning your thermostat down a couple degrees, so it's not, so you're not overly freezing, but you can still be comfortable with a sweatshirt and warm clothes in your house. That's another way to lower some of your bills. Frugal habit number 5 is to use what you have. Replace your items less if you possibly can. This can look like not buying new clothes until you actually use the clothes or wear the clothes that you actually have. For me, again, my cell phone. I don't want to have to replace this phone until I absolutely have to. If it comes down to where I can't use my Square credit card reader and I need to replace the phone to be able to use that app, I will do that, but I'm hoping that day does not come before the phone actually dies, because I feel like that is an extreme waste. Frugal habit number 6 that has raised my net worth is aligning my spending with my values. Now, this does not mean that I spend less on everything. It's just that I'm extremely intentional about what I spend my money on, what I'm willing to part my money for. So an example of this is, I think I possibly mentioned in previous videos, I have a club. We'll call it a club that I go to every week, and there's a weekly fee, and we have teams, and there's 4 girls on my team, so there is a weekly fee for this club, and we also will do rounds of shots where we'll take turns buying the rounds of shots and a drink and stuff like that. So I will, I'll bring a 20 with me, and the money for the fee. I keep this money. I know this is coming up, and this is something that I want to do. It's something that it's important for me to do. It's important for me to get out of the house and to spend some quality time hanging out with my girlfriends. So that is something that I'm willing to spend money on. Whereas, a lot of times people ask me if I want to go out to the bar, and well, I don't really drink much anymore. So going out to the bar for one drink would be okay, but I know that I'm going to probably drink more than one, and I'm probably going to stay later than I really want to, and it's just, I don't know. I really have to pick and choose what I really care about and what I'm willing to spend money on. And that's the thing, is I don't really care about going out to the bar anymore. So that's an example of spending my money intentionally and consciously paying attention to what I'm spending money on. These are not extremely dramatic things that I'm doing. They're just consistent, and A lot of it is paying attention to what I actually want to spend money on. You're in control of what you spend your money on. No is a whole sentence. Little steps to make big differences over the course of time. What do you guys have? Let me know in the comments below what you guys do. I thank you for hanging out with me today on the bumpy drive home. If you liked this video, please remember to hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. And I will leave a link to my Just Say No video, and that's a good one for when people come around and try to get you to spend money on random shit at work. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.